Now on CoastTV News.
Assassination aftermath, vigils held in honor of Charlie Kirk and what is expected this week at a memorial and for the man arrested in his killing. Beach parking break. Final day to pay in several coastal communities. Which ones become free this week and which ones are keeping fees into the fall?
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Pensick and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. And our top story, we are awaiting the filing of charges against the alleged shooter in the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Those charges could come tomorrow for 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. That's according to Utah's Governor Spencer Cox. Plans for a massive memorial are underway for next Sunday, and it's expected to draw thousands, including President Trump.
We're going to Charlie's, I guess you'd call it a funeral. There's the small one. I said, can we do the big one? Because we're going to give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is a big deal.
And Kirk's wife spoke publicly on Friday for the first time, vowing to continue his legacy. It was last night in Georgetown. People filled the circle to remember the slain conservative activist. You can see here hundreds of people attended the prayer and candlelight vigil organized by Sussex County Republicans. Organizers described the vigil as a time of reflection, remembrance, and resolve. Kirk was shot and killed while speaking at Utah Valley University in one of his signature Prove Me Wrong events. Republican leaders who spoke on Sunday are calling for unity and continued dialogue with those you disagree with. Today, for some of our coastal communities, it marks the final day of the paid parking season, and CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Rehoboth Beach. And Elisa, even though many communities are shutting off their meters on Tuesday, there are some that will require paid parking well into September, even October.
Good morning, Matt. Yes, we are here in Rehoboth Beach right now, and today it is the final day to pay to park in Rehoboth. If you're looking to visit the shops right over here or you're heading to the beach, the same goes for Fenwick Island, Dewey Beach, and Bethany Beach. That final day of paying for parking is today, September 15th. But if you're looking to go to Lewis and go to the beach there, you're going to have to pay that meter until September 30th. And if you're looking to park in the downtown area in Lewis, you're going to have to pay until October 14th. And if you're looking to head south to Ocean City and park at the Ocean City Inlet, you're going to have to pay to park there until Halloween. Back to you.
All right, Elisa Weber in Rehoboth Beach, and we go from the Atlantic coast to near the Choptank River. Here's our live look at Cambridge, and our First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono joins us now with a look at First Alert weather. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Matt. Yes, we are dealing with increasing clouds throughout the area as we take a live look into Rehoboth. Folks trying to take in the day. Not too bad of a day out there. Some high clouds rolling in. 71 in Rehoboth, but we have a pretty strong onshore wind beginning, and that's only a taste of what's to come. You can see temperatures right now holding at 72. Bethany Beach, we're at 71. Georgetown, 71 in Seaford. But as I mentioned, we're already seeing gusts up to 20 in Rehoboth, 26 Indian River Inlet to 25 in Ocean City. You can see those clouds beginning to filter in. A few sprinkles and showers down through Accomack County, but some heavier rain across the Outer Banks. Here's that spin, that area of low pressure off of Hatteras, and this is going to be lifting northward through the day today, and eventually we're going to see showers tonight, and those showers are going to be kind of the on and off variety, heavy at times. Winds are really going to begin to pick up, especially Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday evening. High surf, beach erosion, and some coastal flooding likely, but the good news is we do dry out by the end of the week and into the weekend. So we're looking at mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon, highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. We should stay dry, and then that rain will begin to move in through the overnight. We'll talk about how much rain we could expect to see and how high those winds will get along the coast coming up in that full 7-day forecast. Matt.
All right, thank you, Chris. More beach nourishment coming to the Indian River Inlet. That's according to the Delaware Seashore State Park. Starting today, equipment getting in place to move 500,000 cubic yards of sand from the Ebb Shoal onto the beach. Parking in parts of the beach will close 1,000 feet at a time, starting at the North Jetty and continuing north. 1 year ago today, a number of our beaches were closed as syringes and other medical waste washed ashore. Lewis, Rehoboth Beach, Fenwick Island, Ocean City, Dewey Beach, the Indian River Inlet, and Assateague Island, all affected. Situation lasted about a month into October of 2024, and during that time, DENREC conducted an investigation, but Here we are 1 year later, and there's still no definitive explanation as to why all that medical waste was found on a number of beaches on the Delaware coast. Happening today, cautions at Canal Front Park are back up for discussion. According to the agenda for the Lewis Parks and Recreation Commission, there could be action on a request to put a fence around the park. The playground reopened this spring with accessibility upgrades. Now some parents are asking the city of Lewis for more. Siobhan Park started a petition asking for the installation of a fence. Park says she worries about the risk of drowning and the proximity to water and says a fence is an added layer of security.
In no way does a fence replace parental supervision. I think anyone who has been to the playground with several children can attest, like I said, to how quickly toddlers can be. This is not a replacement, it's an added layer of protection.
Lewis and Parks and Recreation Commission meets today at 5 p.m. In Lewis, it is the realization of a goal after years of fundraising efforts, settlement on the 4th Street Forest. That is happening today. The Greater Lewis Foundation raised the money and will transfer the property to the city, who will keep the parcel open space in downtown Lewis. Coming up, exceeding in staffing. Why a national teacher shortage is having less effect in Delaware. Coast TV News Midday is back after this. The 2025-26 school year is underway, and Delaware schools are continuing to fight back against a teacher shortage. According to the Delaware Department of Education, as of August 15th, there are a total of 466 teacher openings in Delaware, 55 of those in Sussex County. The department says Delaware is making great progress in filling vacancies.
We are seeing nationally that we are leading in this area. So post-pandemic, Delaware has grown its educator workforce more than any other state in the nation.
And Dr. Saylor says they're seeing a lot of people from different careers transition into education. Delaware Department of Education says it will follow up on the vacancies this week. This past weekend, DelDOT is saying over 300 people were out to see the new Millsboro bypass ahead of its opening to traffic. It was part of a charity 5K with proceeds from the race benefiting the Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation, supporting children with cancer and their families. The bypass is scheduled to open to vehicle traffic next week. Fall isn't just for football, it's for marching bands too, and the Delmarva Sports Network will cover 6 marching band competitions featuring over a dozen schools from across the peninsula. These competitions will stream exclusively on DSM+. First one is scheduled for Saturday, September 20th.
Well, it's been a tranquil morning there in Cambridge. Just a few high cirrus clouds, 70 degrees there on our way to highs in the mid to upper 70s under mostly cloudy skies. Kathy Single of Milton, Delaware, you're the winner of our Coast TV News umbrella. Coming up, we'll talk about rain moving in tonight, and really over the next few days, we'll track how much rain we could expect to see and how high those winds are going to be getting at the coast. Coming up, my full forecast right after the break. Well, I hope everyone had an enjoyable weekend. I tell you what, it couldn't have gotten any better. We had sunny skies, temperatures in the low 80s. Unfortunately, we're going to hit a bit of a rocky stretch here over the next few days as far as the unsettled weather is concerned. Just a few high clouds there into Lewis, pretty calm there, 73 degrees. Note the north to northeast winds, about 10 to 15 sustained. We're seeing some gusts upwards of 20, 25. Winds are going to be howling by this time tomorrow, as you'll see here shortly. Temperatures rising into the mid-70s this afternoon. Temperatures pretty uniform from the coast through the interior portion of the peninsula. 72 to Seaford, 70 in Salisbury to 72 Ocean City. You can see wind, not really much of a factor the further inland you go, but at the coast, we're seeing some wind speeds sustained 22 to 25. Dew points right now are in the mid to upper 60s. So this system to our south is actually going to be bringing in some muggier air, and that's really going to be the case over the next 4 to 5 days. We have small craft advisories in effect through 6 a.m. Wednesday off the Delaware coast. Gale warnings, Ocean City down through Chincoteague, those go into effect midnight and run through about 7 o'clock Tuesday. And we have high surf advisories. We're going to see some surf kick up along the portions of the peninsula upwards at 8 to 9 feet come tomorrow. You can see some showers, some drizzle trying to work into Accomack County, but you can see the cloud cover beginning to work into the area. Some heavier rain and some isolated severe weather there across the Outer Banks, but you can see this spin here off the coast, and this system is going to be spinning northward here through the next 24 to 36 hours, and you can see our rain chances really ramp up Tuesday through Wednesday, and then we see some shower activity even linger into Thursday morning. Highs today 77 Georgetown, sun to clouds, 77 Cambridge, winds gusting upwards of 20-25 miles an hour, 75 in Ocean City. You can see some showers trying to work in here later this evening, but the bulk of the activity working in overnight. You can see those showers beginning to pivot in off the Atlantic. Even some pockets of moderate to heavier rainfall are possible through Tuesday afternoon. Even a rumble of thunder can't be ruled out. Not expecting any severe weather, but you can kind of see the gist here, on and off showers even into Wednesday morning. And look at that, even a pockets of some heavier rainfall are going to be the case here over the course of the next 2 days. So as far as rainfall is concerned, not going to expecting any flooding, because this is going to be over the course of the next 2 to 3 days. 1 to 2 inches of rain with some locally higher amounts. Winds, as I mentioned today, gusting upwards of 25. By tomorrow, we could see gusts upwards of 40, 55 miles an hour. Continuing into Tuesday evening, and then as we get into Wednesday, we'll see those winds begin to lighten up as this area of low pressure pushes off to the northeast. So that low is going to be just to our south. Not the most intense area of low pressure in the world, but this system is actually going to lift to the northeast as we go into Thursday. So improving conditions after a cloudy, dreary start to our Thursday, but brighter by Friday. 76. With the clouds increasing, showers develop, drizzle, patchy fog, 64, and scattered showers, brief downpours, isolated storms into our Tuesday, and we stay rather unsettled Wednesday, and then we see a few morning showers Thursday, but then I think improving conditions by the afternoon. Friday, look at that, spectacular. Maybe call out sick that day, 84, and then we are looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 70s over the weekend with sunny skies. Matt.
Okay, you heard it here. Chris said we have the okay to call out later in the week. All right, well, here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4.
Hopefully you're having a good Monday so far here along coastal Delmarva, but if you tune into Coast Life at 4 o'clock, we've got a lot more fun in store for you. We're going to be chatting with a local author who's got a new book about a coming-of-age story about growing up in Ocean Pines. Maybe it's something you can relate to. We're also going to be taking a little shopping trip with Kelly, of course, and it's a Monday, so we've got some jokes for you with our joke jar. All that fun and so much more is coming your way today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
And up next, China deal. This is just in this morning. What we're learning about a TikTok agreement with the U.S. Coast TV News Midday returns in a moment. Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg making a bold claim about smart glasses on the social media giant's earnings call in July. Zuckerberg told analysts that people without smart glasses may one day be at a significant cognitive disadvantage. That vision for the company's future could come into focus this week during the Meta Connect conference. The company is said to be developing new AI glasses that it will likely announce at that Connect conference. The U.S. and China are on track for a deal to avoid a TikTok ban. The deal comes days before a deadline that could have banned the popular video sharing app in the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Monday that the countries struck a framework for a TikTok deal. He offered few details about the agreement. President Trump posted about the deal on Truth Social. It's still not clear what kind of agreement was made on a key sticking point, and that is control of TikTok's algorithm, which dictates which users or what users see on the app. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 5:30, it's live. Henlopen Conference girls volleyball when Indian River visits Milford, and then catch the final score at 10:30. And on DSM Plus, along with that volleyball matchup, here are your exclusives. 4 p.m., Pocomoke hosting Kent Island in field hockey. 4:30, Kent County takes on Cambridge South Dorchester in boys soccer. At 5, St. Peter and Paul go up against Worcester Prep in girls volleyball. Still ahead, COVID shot ties to child risks, the latest on FDA analysis about the vaccine. Stay with us on Coast TV News Midday. A source says FDA officials are preparing analysis that may tie the COVID-19 vaccine to safety risks in children and pregnant women. The source says officials are scouring data sets for case reports of congenital deformities in babies after their mother received the vaccine during pregnancy. The source also says another FDA official is preparing a presentation on children who died after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. The expected data will be presented at next week's meeting of a vaccine advisory committee. Doctors at the University of Alabama, Birmingham are developing a life-saving smart pacifier to monitor the lung health of newborn babies. Could be the pacifier of the future, that's what they're calling it. It's designed for sick babies, putting high-tech sensors in a device babies instinctively take to.
Clouds are on the increase ahead of a coastal storm that's going to bring some rain into the area beginning tonight. We're at 71 there in Laurel, winds out of the northeast at about 8 to 10 miles an hour. You get your latest forecast by dialing First Alert Weather Phone. Your forecast is just a call away. We'll have your 10-day forecast right after the break. Well, the clouds are rolling into Delmarva. You can see we're primarily dry across most of Delaware and the eastern shore, but some showers and drizzle beginning to creep into portions of Accomack County. The heaviest rain is well to our south across portions of coastal Virginia as well as the Outer Banks. You can see that spinning area of low pressure out there just off of Hatteras, and this area is going to be pushing to the north throughout the day today. So we're going to stay cloudy. Could see a sprinkle or two here late, but I think the bulk of the shower activity rolls in overnight. We do have a yellow alert in play for Tuesday. Rain on and off, heavy at times, winds at the coast, gusting as high as 50 miles an hour. We stay cloudy, damp, and with the scattered showers really Wednesday into early Thursday. Then by Thursday afternoon, we begin to see improving conditions, skies clear, and that sets the stage for an absolutely beautiful Friday. Warmer back in the 80s, and the weekend right now looking pretty nice with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Matt.
All right, thanks, Chris, and thank you for watching us here on Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us later for Coast TV News at 5. Until then, have a great Monday, everybody.